This is the Bob and Tom Show. Thanks for joining us. We are once again live in the Napa Auto Parts Studios. Got a full house here. That would include the lady of the house, Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
At the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk.
That's right. My money's happy.
Populating the Omaha Steaks sports desk. I smell steak. It's Chick Omaha McGee.
Hi, Tom. How are you?
Hut. Omaha Steak. Hut. Ace Cosby is
I will never get tired of that.
Don't encourage him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ace Cosby is our man that is an Oakland Raider fan.
We're friends.
The day the Las Vegas Raiders gear comes out, I'm sure you'll...
Day after Super Bowl?
Yeah. Oh. Remember, if they get in the Super Bowl, I am buying you tickets and airfare. You're responsible for the hotel. There's Pat Godwin back over there. Josh Arnold's over there. This is Tom speaking, and our guest in the studio is a distinguished comedian, critic. It is Andy Kindler.
Yes.
This comedian.
This is the way I talk
Already
now.
made a faux pas, and I just so embarrassing. We get different types of breakfasts every day. Whatever.
yeah.
Yesterday, White Castle.
Unbelievable.
McDonald's 2 days ago. Today, just by chance, bagels.
Right.
Andy walks in and goes,
See? And he's like, Andy, da-da-da-da-da-da, hey, da-da, zing, zing. We have the bagels, yoy, 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 yay, yoy.
It was offensive, wasn't it?
Climb up on this chair, Andy. Let's go.
And we don't have separate dishes for them. If that's going to be people love, Tom, people love my kosher material. My kosher material is
that kills.
Yes.
No, it was just total by chance. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan of Andy's or bagels?
Jews.
Oh.
Jewish faith.
Now, we were asking.
Have a
bagel.
Have a bagel.
No, I always wanted to make a kosher beer called Nagila.
Yes.
And that would be their have a Nagila, have a...
Don't give anybody ideas, because that'll become I drink Nagila.
I am the only one I'll drink.
Then you could have It's Another Nagila sunrise. Sing carefully.
I like puns. Now, wait a second.
Yes, Andy and I love puns.
Now, when you said the Jewish faith, that does sound like two words that are opposite. we don't really have faith, Jews.
Many do.
Very depressed.
The point is...
Things have not gone well normally.
Now, we did ask this question, which I think is totally legitimate. We were talking about Mr. Rosen, fine quarterback in the NFL.
Is there a
Josh Rosen?
Yes. Oh, yeah, of course.
I think he's
remember the great baseball player Al Rosen?
I don't remember that. How could I not remember a Jewish baseball player? I know Hank Greenberg. I know Sean Green.
Sandy Koufax.
Sandy Koufax.
Some of the greats. But I'm just asking, can Josh Rosen, can he throw a Hail Mary pass at the end of a game?
No, I don't think he can. He has to throw a Kaddish. He has to.
Careful.
I know. Careful with that, right?
Yeah, you got to be careful with that one.
He can't play on Purim.
Right. Rosen, his nickname is the Chosen Rosen.
Oh.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. He was the Arizona Cardinals quarterback, and he was traded to the Miami Dolphins.
Can he play Saturday night games?
I don't know how devout he is. I don't know what his level of belief.
Has that been an issue with anyone of any faith recently? Wasn't there one a couple of years ago, some soccer player or something?
Didn't the Utah Jazz, when they were hot in the playoffs, they couldn't play on Sunday?
Not the whole team.
No, I think so.
Really?
You couldn't have a game in Salt Lake City, I think.
It's like you can't have Chick-fil-A or play basketball.
Don't mess around with that.
I know. I'm Chick-fil-A. I'm a big fan.
But there was a joke made about Josh Rosen once in Arizona being the quarterback in the desert. And then now he's in Miami.
right.
Yeah, sort of.
Just make your own jokes.
Yeah, that's
wherever you are right
circle
now.
of life type of thing.
That's the law, right?
Yeah.
That's all federal law.
Now, Andy, are your parents still with us? By which I mean alive?
No. Well, yes and no is the answer. Yeah, my dad has been. I have to think about it for a while. That's how close we were. No, we were very close. My dad passed away in January of 2015, and I find when I do shows, it's very hard to get the consolation applause after 3 years. Folks, I don't know how you're enjoying
I'm sorry,
the show
Andy,
tonight.
when did he pass away?
January of 2015.
Oh, it's like
it feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
And, no, there's no reason, folks, but I really do. My mom is 90 years old.
Oh, my goodness.
And I have a prepared joke about my mom. And people say I don't have material, but watch out.
Here it comes now.
My mom told me about this app they have, which is for like elderly people. If it snows, storm. She lives in New York. If it's a snowstorm, you put the app on, and then like within 5 minutes, someone will come to your house and shovel your walk, or they'll murder you with a shovel. They have your GPS coordinates. They know you're not shoveling.
Yeah.
And they're walking up your walk with a smile and a shovel.
Yeah. See, that's comedy.
That's comedy. And they said I couldn't do it.
Oh, you can do it. You can
That's
do
a
it.
hunk. That's a quality hunk there, isn't it, Pat?
I loved it.
Chick, here's what you were referring to. A gentleman of the Muslim faith on the Trailblazers, a Mr. Cantor.
That's a Jewish.
Wow.
It
Boy,
is-
how Jewish can you get?
had to fast during the playoffs and couldn't drink water during the games.
Oh, wow.
It seems kind of counterproductive to. You'd think you'd get some kind of a dispensation from your man.
Aren't you really thirsty when you're
No,
playing?
you can't. That sounds like a very bizarre.
We can come out with Cantorade.
Oh my God.
you got.
Well, everything about
Andy just had
I
a weak
love it.
smile.
I love it, and I'm going to support it.
Okay.
Everything here is halal. Is everything here halal, folks? That's kosher, but I don't know if it's as much fun as being kosher. Because kosher is not fun. Keep them. You have to keep the milk separate.
Okay, hang on a second. Hang on.
Oh, you do.
Is the phone ring?
Yeah.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, Donnie, I got some bad news for you.
What's that?
Wayne Newton is being. Did you see this
Being
story?
sued over a monkey biting. Did you see it?
This is. I know that you're a big fan.
First of
Well,
all,
I blame you guys because Chick the other day was talking about Bubbles and what he's up to, and now this.
Enter-
Probably set the monkey off.
Wayne Newton being sued by a Las Vegas woman who claims her daughter was bitten by Newton's pet monkey.
Oh, man.
Jocelyn Urena is seeking at least $15,000 in damages on behalf of her daughter. According to the attorney for the case, Geneva received emergency hospital treatment after the capuchin monkey named Boo bit her while she was touring Newton's Showpiece Mansion in 2017.
And a monkey named Boo.
Bit my ass.
living in Vegas.
Newton's wife, however,
Write that up, Pat.
she steps up and says that they no longer own the property or the monkey. The family business broke ties with Casa de Shenandoah 3 months before the alleged incident, and they have no knowledge of what occurred.
Is that Casa de Shenandoah what Wayne Newton calls his...
That was his famous.
That was his famous home.
house in Vegas.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But they did sell
Monkey,
it.
don't you walk so fast.
My daddy cried.
Monkey, don't you walk so
How is this Wayne Newton's fault? That's what I want to
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
Was Wayne Newton there himself going sicker,
Nope.
monkey sicker?
No,
he was
doesn't
not.
even own the place
They don't even
anymore.
own it.
Okay, but I'll say it like this: he wasn't even there. As far as I'm concerned, when you go into Wayne Newton's house, you're entering at your own risk. No different than a haunted house or a gas station when a fuel truck's present.
Sure.
Swear to God. And if you trip over some moist panties on the floor while you're touring his house and break your wrist, or have one of Wayne's flamingos peck off your Peter while you're taking a leak behind a tree, that's on you to start with.
Yeah, sure.
I can't believe Wayne Newton has such a huge estate. I never thought Fig Newtons were that good anyways.
No.
I'd say right this face.
No,
Nothing to do with those,
Wayne
really.
Newton. This is Wayne Newton, the
Cookie bear.
Donkey
Right.
Las Vegas semi-celebrity. Poor man.
40 acres and
Say what you want, but people love Fig Newtons. If Wayne Newton's able to afford an estate like that,
No.
to me, Fig Newtons taste like somebody crushed up a bunch of crickets and made paste with them.
Yeah.
Then they took the cricket paste and sandwiched them in the middle of one of them chamois you dry your car off with. my favorite cookies are the ones made by them little dudes in the weird hats who live in a hollowed out tree. They're like
Oh, the
drifters.
Keebler elves.
Cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing inside that tree, Tom, but they put the work in.
Yeah.
I remember one time my cousin Randall got all sauced up on moonshine, and he's huffing ether. He tried hunting down a bunch of Keebler elves.
Oh, really?
There you go.
He wanted to see if he could put him in his kitchen and see what other victuals they could come up with.
Right.
So he grabbed his chainsaw. He cut down every tree on his back 40 looking for them little freaks. His words, not mine. And about the time dawn came, ether had worn off. He'd cut down every tree on his own property, still no elves.
Huh.
But on an upside, he's good on firewood for the next 12 winters.
I would think so, yeah.
That's an upside.
You know, just think how many cookies old Monkey might be able to afford $15,000 of hers now.
Man.
Sure.
She'll be able to buy herself an actual Keebler elf with that money. It's still legal to own an elf, ain't it?
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, Christy works for you. Boom, man.
Hey!
Ouch.
Hey!
I heard what you said.
Yeah, chick, I said it right to her face.
Thank
I
you.
did.
Hey, Andy, I love the joke about the shovel, but next time, don't burn your closer so fast.
That's too close to the truth. That is my closer. Holy moly.
Thank you.
You nailed me, Donnie.
Thank you, Donnie. Wow.
Don't bring your closer.
So,
Yeah, this happened back in 2017. Apparently, they're not doing tours of the Casa de Shenandoah anymore.
well, I mean, Wayne Newton doesn't even own the place anymore.
No, but he shows up occasionally.
Oh, that's sad.
I
used to live here.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
anymore.
all of his stuff is still
The
there.
joke might be, but this is
You know what
the
they
house
say.
I've waited for.
Monkey see, monkey sue.
That is what they say. In hell.
Yes. That's Satan's closer, actually. Yeah. All right, everybody, back on your head.
Hey, wait. I thought about another solid joke I have, so I feel better now.
Okay.
We'll have to wait.
Oh, we'll come back with more monkey turd
And
throwing.
is
I'll
there-
close with that.
Is there an actual Ave Nagila available?
Oh,
We'll find out.
all
I
right.
don't know. We'll welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. It's unbelievable. Can't get
Now
it
we're all in trouble.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program.
I'll redeem myself here in a minute.
Guava.
Give me a minute. Let me do the introductions, please. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom program. Napa Auto Parts Studios, where we are. There's Ace. There's Chick. That's comedian Andy Kindler.
That was like in a reserved, he's deceased tone. There was Chick.
Well, Josh Arnold is very funny. He's right over there.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Josh preparing to head to his hometown of St. Louis, Missouri.
That's right. My
Once
3-year-old
again,
niece's birthday party.
It's trampoline night for the Arnolds.
It will be. We're going to a trampoline place there, Andy.
Oh my
You ever been to one of those? It's just all trampolines.
Yeah, do you have enough orthopedic people on hand?
There's Christy Lee.
Hi, everybody.
That's Pat Godwin.
Hey,
This is
Tom.
Tom speaking. Welcome back to the program. We have Mr. Kindler, who is a distinguished comedian. And,
Man of letters.
4.
Yeah.
A-N-D-Y.
If you're working on E. Oh, okay. Now, let's see.
STLNR.
What else is happening? Christy, we've covered pretty much everything. We got Wayne Newton's monkey bit somebody.
Well,
Pretty much
last-
covered everything. We just got started.
When we were last with you, I think, Pat, did you say that there's... Oh, no, Tom said
I said Hava Bagel.
there should be a beer called
Nagila.
Nagila,
And
because then you could say,
have a Nagila.
have a Nagila, because Andy's here, evidently. But
Andy's
I'm here. I
started
really
with the
am
big-
here.
yeah,
It's not
he really
a-
is here. But there's a beer aged with a hint of tequila. It's called Agave Nagila.
Oh, funny.
It's not bad.
There you go.
You've had it?
It's
No, I mean that the name's
The
not
logo's pretty good,
It's
too.
a blonde ale.
Agave Nagila. I wonder if they... is that song copywritten or...
Is that a beer? Is it a beer?
Yeah, it's
Jews love beer. All right. Tell you that right now. Say, Uncle Seymour, stop it with the beers. You can't stop. That maybe is a stereotype. I don't know many Jews who drink beer.
I thought
Really?
Mogan David is a famous
Mogan
wine.
Andy.
Manischewitz.
I wanted to run a place called Jews, Juiczz, Jews. It's a Jamba Juice stand, and it's a show about him. But I'm an Orthodox. The twist is I'm an Orthodox rabbi, and so they go, how did you enjoy your celery squeezy? I put a little Mogan David in there. On your way out, have a complimentary macaroon. Jews. That bit's so old, I forgot the whole setup for it.
That's nice, thank you. Andy Kindler will be at the famed Comedy Attic. I look around the room and I see Christy Lee at her post, her base, the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. What have we missed?
Budget carrier Frontier Airline promoting its Green Week initiative by offering free flights to people with the last name Green, Green, or Green, Greene.
No kidding.
Frontier, which is marking Green Week from Tuesday to August 20th to highlight its efforts to become the most eco-friendly airline in the United States, said people with the surnames Green and Green are being offered free flights of up to $400.
Eco-friendly, huh?
Yep.
Hey.
Eco, whatever.
It's
I
eco.
would go with eco.
It's not whatever.
What if? So if your last name is green,
Eco-friendly.
if your last name is green, you get to go for free.
Yes.
Yeah.
If your last name is Samsonite, you only have to pay $49 per bag.
The last name is Carbon Footprint.
Wow.
If you're both green or the non-Jewish green, is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
The Jewish green is green, but Greene, I do not believe that, and I will make this statement right now. There's not one Jewish person in the entire universe who spells green
With
that
3
way.
E's, not all in a row.
So, Mr. Green Jeans, do we know?
Yeah, what is he?
Well, his real name was...
Open the window. I'm trying to talk to you.
His real name was Lumpy Branham.
Is it really Lumpy Branham?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's nice, I guess.
He also did Mr. Moose, I think. Because he and Captain Kangaroo
All I know is
some
that-
mornings laugh between the...
Frontier is so into this green thing. If you ask for a straw, a plastic straw, an air marshal escorts you off the plane when you land. That's
Straight to Guantanamo.
yeah, that's how serious this phony
good
straw
idea.
thing is. God, am I sick
Phony
of this.
straw thing.
No, Tom. Well,
Phony, are there phony straws going around?
No, you can't get straws. You can't get straws anywhere anymore. When you get one, you feel guilty. It's like smoking in the old days.
There are phony straws, too, by the way. I had one the other day at a restaurant. It was cubic zirconia.
Now that's
That's a phony... It's a Fugazi.
An applause from
I
Andy Kindler.
love that. That I love.
This made my year.
Remember the thing that they called it? What was it called? Where they were putting the diamond studs down in the groin area.
Oh, the
Vajazzling.
Vajazzling.
Yes.
Yeah.
I call that Wednesday.
I call that pubic zirconia.
Thank you.
Yes.
I set it up. You knocked it down.
yeah.
We
They were
have-
little stickers that you would stick on.
Yeah. That fad went away, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
But this
speaking of
fad
the
hasn't.
vagina,
Yeah, that's why I was setting this up for you, Christy.
Gynecologists have issued a warning again against vaginal steaming after a
Hey.
Canadian woman was burned in her most delicate of areas,
Where's that?
her
What are
mommy parts.
What are you trying to
Do
say?
you want me to say vagina? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I kind of
Yes,
did.
say it again.
No, say it real slow.
I'm eco-friendly. Say it
I
again.
rewrote it on purpose so you wouldn't have to do that. Just keep going.
Vagina.
According to a case study published in the Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology Canada, the 62-year-old thought vaginal steaming could help her avoid having surgery. According to the report's author, Dr. Magali Robert, the woman suffered second-degree burns and had to delay her reconstructive surgery. Gynecologists have warned again and again that vaginal steaming carries risks and has no proven benefits.
Oh, man.
I guess still genital boiling is still good, right?
I don't know if that.
Genital boiling.
Isn't it funny what one word will do? Boiling versus steaming.
But actually, in all truth, it's pretty close to the same thing. It's totally unnecessary and ridiculous. And at some point, Gwyneth Paltrow needs to be called out on all this crap she's telling people to do.
She sells some great stuff on that goop.
Yeah, for like $1,000 more than it normally sells for.
That's what I like about it.
Now that you've burned your mommy parts, you can put some goop on them.
Yeah, once again, we had this woman in the news earlier this week because you'll recall that the new med spa for the vagina is opening up in London after the one in New York. And Dr. Vanessa McKay for the Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecologists said during that story, and she reiterates it here, in addition to burns, the treatment could throw off the vagina's natural pH and healthy bacteria, which could lead to irritation as well as infection.
Gwyneth
Yes.
Paltrow has destroyed more vaginas than Wilt Chamberlain.
What is it? I don't know. What is it? Oh, I just got that. Give me a second. Now,
rough,
why
right?
did what is it? What is it? Is it the thing? I mean,
It's a steaming.
It's some Chinese medicine quackery.
Right.
Let's see, people are hesitant now to use the word quackery because we live in this anti-science culture. It's ridiculous. Well, I was talking to a qualified medical professional, or I can read about it in Cosmopolitan from some fashion model.
Right.
And that's the kind of crap that we put up with. And then, well, I can't understand how this possibly happened. My kids got polio. I don't know what I did. I was listening to an actress with big jugs was making my medical decisions for me.
Wow,
Is this a joke? Where do you think we are right now?
That was the greatest.
A bite of his chicken.
Yeah.
That is something that.
If I had done that, I would have heard about it for months.
For a second, Tom forgot where he was.
No, I just can't stand it anymore. I can't stand it. I want to see, what's her name, McCarthy. What's that woman?
Jenny McCarthy.
I
I'd
want
like
to
to
see
see her
Jenny
too.
McCarthy in leg irons
This
with
is getting
polio nude. Okay, that's what we want to see.
Man.
No, you don't take medical advice from non-scientists. I can't stand it anymore. So this woman, some Chinese scientist said, steam your vagina so she doesn't gets burned.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is it's wrinkle-free.
It's very.
Hey.
Do I have to stop my ear candling now? Is that what you're telling me?
I don't know.
The ear
There's
candling?
mixed reviews on
Yeah,
that, right?
50-50 on that one.
Don't
You
ever.
do need some earwax, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want
but
to
it's
candle
good to-
too much. Don't candle too much.
Yeah.
I don't want to get specific,
Wouldn't
but
that set your head on fire?
the way I do it.
If you're doing it right.
It's like Shemp on tour.
I love Shem. Your favorite three Free Stooges. Top three Stooges. Can we have the music, please?
There are only 3.
No, they're not.
No, they're
There are 3.
Top 3 Free Stooges. Andy Kindler, go. Start with 1.
The original Mo, Larry Fine, and Curly.
Okay.
Clever, but wrong.
I didn't even think it was clever. It was conventional thinking.
Yeah, it's very conventional, yeah.
Clearly.
Oh, you just wait.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Tom, top 3 Stooges.
Curly, Mo Howard, Shemp.
Oh, you taking Larry Fine out of the mix?
I am.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
The
again,
backbone.
You're not going to like my top 3.
Larry was the Ringo Starr. Of
No
the Stooges.
way.
Oh, this could get to
Are
fisticuffs.
you out of your mind?
But these kind of fisticuffs. Boing, 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 boing.
Larry was the one who looked at Mo and tried to keep him in line.
Larry is number 1 for me.
What?
I've got a magnet of Larry's head on my refrigerator.
That's right.
Yes.
Is that because of your hairline?
He's always been
Man.
I'm receding, sure.
said the unbelievably no one can explain it confident bald guy. Yeah.
If Curly had let his hair grow out, was it full?
Yes, it was.
Because it was definitely
There's an episode of the Three Stooges in which, post-stroke, sadly, the Curly is actually on the train.
That's right.
With the other Stooges.
Oh, that's a weird episode.
Yeah, it is. But you can see Curly's got kind of a whatever you call it, a butch haircut, but he has a full head of hair.
I can't believe they were doing stroke bits. I mean, that
it
is
wasn't edgy.
wrong.
Sorry.
It was edgy, yeah.
So how do we get
Mo could hit him as hard as he could on his left side because he couldn't feel it.
You guys are awful people.
These are not awful
we are.
people because we say it with love.
That's right. We're,
No malice.
we're talking about comedy. Yeah.
Have we messed up? Because I'm not anti-stroke. All right, I want to let you know that.
You're
right now.
pro-stroke.
I'm anti-vaginal steaming and all this quackery that's going on and all over the internet. Well, I was diagnosed with something very serious, but thank God I went on the internet and I found out I can eat rhino horn and cram it up my rear and I'll be cured. No, stop it. Sick of it.
Not up your rear. You're supposed to mix it up in a pestle and snort it. You're supposed to snort. The guy doesn't. He's not doing the alternative medicine right.
He doesn't know.
I have a great naturopath to send you to.
He doesn't know.
Homeopath.
Wow. I blame Gwyneth Paltrow. Sorry.
For everything? Let's do that.
Okay.
For everything.
I think it's, yeah, she had a fake British accent when she won the Oscar.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I love that movie.
Shakespeare in Love?
Yeah.
I love
Pass.
it.
It's a terrific
Hard pass.
film.
No, it is wonderful. Actually.
When Marilyn Monroe did that famous
Beautiful
scene,
love story.
It's Marilyn Monroe, but go ahead.
Marilyn Monroe.
What did you say?
Monroe.
Monroe.
That's I would say it that
The
way.
snotty,
M-O-N, not M-U-N.
you know, like Oregon.
Thurman Monson.
Yeah, thank you.
Oregon. Call the Wind, Mariah. He does all this stuff.
Was that the original vaginal steaming scene?
Standing over the grate?
Yeah.
Is that what you take out of that scene?
No, I'm saying it's absurd.
It's a
Well,
vaginal
she must have
steam.
the straightest labia of any woman in Hollywood.
That's my favorite alternative band, Straightest Labia. Well, until Tom York left them. And then
Yeah, she went to Radiohead.
My wife's vagina got steamed one night.
Oh, yeah?
Like she was upset. Now, I haven't said any words that could hurt me. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Oh, this
You're
is
fine.
fantastic.
Okay, now,
It doesn't feel that good. But
Andy Kindler is our guest, as you can hear. We have Christy Lee once again. What have we missed in the news?
Well, you want to talk science? Would you like a tail?
Science!
I don't want a tail.
Little Thomas
You don't?
Baby.
No.
Scientists at the Keio University Graduate School of Media Design are reportedly trying to improve balance in humans with a robotic tail.
Well, it's not like we're all falling over all the time.
The device, which was inspired by the end of a seahorse. Wait, isn't that
I have
the
a
tail?
question. Do you is it put on like a belt or is it a plug-in?
It's-
Hopefully a belt.
You are such a tool. It's
You want it
created
in the butt, don't you?
with
No, not at all.
with spring-loaded joints that form connected vertebrae. An air compressor articulates artificial muscles within the tail, allowing it to move in 8 different
By
directions.
the way, spring-loaded joints, the number 2 selling novelty item behind exploding cigars. Thank you very much.
We'll have to come back with this.
I was
Christy.
thinking of one, but I couldn't get to it.
Keep it in mind.
All right.
I want to remind you, let's see, was it a week ago, Monday, that we had the announcement that a major credit card company, all the information leaked out. It was millions of people. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. We are live in the Napa Auto Parts Studios. And I can't believe we have a professional comedian in the studio and we haven't featured the Ace Cosby joke of the day yet. It's coming up. Ace Cosby, of course, is our engineer. Mr. Kindler, Mr. Cosby. I better just go with Ace. Across the way, it's Chick McGee. Thanks for picking up on that. Josh Arnold's over there. There's let's see. Oh, that's Pat Godwin.
Hey.
Pat
how
Godwin,
are you?
everybody.
Now,
I love this music.
isn't that great?
It's very jazzy.
Duke Tomato. Yeah,
Oh.
yes, sir. Thank you, Duke. Now, Ace, I should explain to Mr. Kindler that as our engineer and also a fantastic voice talent and archivist in the realm of the world of rock and roll, Ace is also the auteur of the Ace Cosby joke of the day. If we could have the intro, please.
Ace Cosby.
What is this, a joke? Are you joking? This is a joke, right? What are you, from a radio station?
Not so much jokes, but informational.
Okay.
All right.
Yesterday we were talking about the fake pizza crust, cauliflower.
Yeah, cauliflower
Fake
crust.
Fake pizza crust.
I like it.
They have fake potatoes now.
Fake
Fake
potatoes.
potatoes.
You know what they call them?
No, what?
Imitators.
Oh, yeah. Come on down to Punville all this week.
This week.
Yes, imitators.
Now,
Tater.
I would be remiss, whatever that means, if we did not ask Josh to recreate a joke from earlier this morning.
Oh, do you still have that?
Do you remember that one, Josh?
Yeah, the one that was emailed to us?
Yes, specifically emailed for Josh, and
Josh
could we
Butler.
have the new? New
Now, Andy, I don't want to offend your sensibilities. This is a little blue. all right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
I don't go blue. You know that.
I do. So
I turned down a role in Avatar.
We'd appreciate it if the intro asides weren't funnier than the actual joke. He has to follow that now.
Andy, why did the sperm cross the road?
Oh, I know this one. No, I don't. I can't even figure it out.
Because I wore the wrong socks today.
You know what? I had to
I don't
think
get
about
it.
it,
I don't
too.
get it.
I didn't get it
A little more
either.
upbeat word.
It implies that
He's doing stuff.
masturbating into his socks. And then
Oh, which I thought
We picked up on it.
Yeah, that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't the first time.
Can you do the da-da-da-da-da-da?
No.
No, instead you were going to get the intro to.
Okay, I want to try this one more time since we do have a professional comedian here of East Coast origin, if you will. You're probably a fan. Probably a fan of Billy Joel.
No, because I'm from Long Island. And no, I don't dislike him. I mean, but
I
it's just
love
when you
Billy
come from Long Island, it's hard to like
Really?
Billy Joel.
I love Billy Joel. Can you do a
You're
little
the
something
one.
for?
How about if I do a new one first, then the Billy Joel?
Okay,
Do you
good.
mind?
What do you have first?
Andy, this might be in your hack handbook. I'm going to take a popular group.
Are they going to put bread in your jar, man?
No, let's do the people doing commercials. They take the great songs of theirs and they turn them into commercials. Let's have let's see, Simon and Garfunkel for Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Sail on silverware. Aisle 3. Not bad, right? Not bad.
Pretty good.
You get out.
And I'll never be able to listen to that song again. That's the nice thing about it.
That song sucks anyway.
I think it's
Don't
beautiful.
go. I love Simon. What? You don't like me and Julio down by the schoolyard? Hello.
I love it.
Yeah, I love that one. I hate Bridge Over Troubled Water. I've always wanted it to be a situation where Walter Cronkite's on his deathbed below a bridge, and it's a bridge over troubled Walter. Then you have some other.
This is unbelievable. There must be come out of a pun disease.
What the hell?
Going around?
Bridge over troubled
I want you to do the other.
Andy?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm all
How about
ears.
Billy Joel?
For who now?
For Jenny Craig.
Jenny Craig.
How could that be? How could that
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel for Jenny.
I think it sounds something like
Joel.
this.
How would that go?
What is it now?
Let him do it.
She's got to wait 250.
Hey!
Ooh.
Hi,
Now that Billy Joel, he said there would be no greater honor than for you to have that parody. He loves that kind of thing.
I love that. Thank you very much.
The lyrics, 5 o'clock on the Saturday, the regular crowd shuffles in, man, make love to his tonic and gin. That could be the worst lyrics in the history. Who orders a tonic and gin?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, poetic license.
And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man,
what are you doing here, man?
And that guy's so angry. He's like, he's talking about. Well, first of all, what is a real estate novelist? Is that someone who writes novels about real estate,
or
someone who writes
novelist?
What is that?
I've always wondered that
Thank you,
myself.
Andy.
And the
he
guy's
does
so angry too.
He is angry. Yeah, he's mad, but I think it's indicative.
The
of a certain
microphone
time and
smells
place.
like a beer.
Microphone smells
Well,
like
why
a beer.
wouldn't it? He's been drinking, and we've all smelled microphones that
isn't
are
that
sort
the
of beer.
worst?
Yeah.
It's your microphone, though. Shouldn't he clean it up himself?
Well, yeah, you're right.
He's the piano man. It's not a duo.
Clean. I'm sorry, we're off track.
And why he wears a younger man's clothes, I don't want to know why he was wearing a younger man's clothes.
Maybe he killed somebody.
What? It's not literal. He's
Oh, it's a metaphor.
But I wore a younger man's clothes.
That should be a whole song on his own.
How about when I was younger? How about that? Why?
Because it's not as interesting.
It doesn't rhyme. Okay, I'm sorry. Christy, can we get back on track? Oh, somebody can't get back on track because I want to play something.
Oh, you do?
Oh, good.
I know why you want to play something, and we have a story that leads into that.
The waitress is practicing politics.
The waitress is practicing politics. This man gets stoned, but he's just drinking booze.
I know.
That used to mean booze,
It
you
did,
jackass.
yeah. It used to mean drunk.
Oh, my God.
The U.S. Postal Service has a new stamp celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Woodstock Festival.
Yeah!
The stamp was
Don't
issued,
lick at the brown acid, man.
it was issued at an event at the Metropolitan Museum of Art yesterday in New York City, commemorating the August 69 Music Festival, attended by about 500,000 people in the farming community of Bethel, New York. Yeah, so the Woodstock Forever stamp is out there if you'd like to pick one up. It's like the white dove from the poster.
New York State Thruway is closed.
Man. Yeah, got to get the man in there.
We in heaven, man? No, it's Bethel.
I thought we would do we have a bit of a Woodstock tribute from the late, great Dennis Wolfberg, who went to Woodstock and didn't quite get it, may not have been hip enough. And we just have a little excerpt of him talking about Woodstock. Andy, I think you'll enjoy this very much. Here we go.
Dennis Wolfberg is our guest.
Yes, indeed.
And of course, this is the anniversary of Woodstock. And I went in 1969 as opposed to the 1968 Woodstock, which was far less successful. There I was. I went because a couple of buddies of mine who were far more hip and attuned to the music of the day, and I, having virtually no life at that point in time, was joining them for what was going to be, several thousand people at this big rock fest, and it turned out to be Woodstock. But to show how absolutely out of touch I was, when the Who came on, they were really the first group that I thought I knew. I thought they were the Guess Who, which at that time had a song, These Eyes. And finally, after a day and a half of what to me was completely unknown, obscure, loud music in the heat and the mud, finally a group I could sink my teeth in when they started to sing These Eyes, to which I could boogie along like the other 500,000 people. Meanwhile, they do 2 hours, it's 4 in the morning, and at the end, they do the rock opera, Tommy, at the end of which they smash all their instruments, but they had not yet sung These Eyes. Thinking, how stupid can you be? You have one hit, and you're breaking your instrument. What are you going to do, it a cappella? How stupid. They have no sense of theatrics. Mr. Woodstock himself.
So you were actually there.
I hated it.
Really? It was muddy and rainy.
Oh, yeah. Jews are not meant for mud. Really. We need room service. I did not particularly enjoy it, but I was there. And despite that, I still couldn't score with women for years. Telling me I was in Woodstock, however, they still were not interested in it. I played at Woodstock. They still didn't care.
Great.
That was great.
Dennis Wolfberg. And the Guess Who are still out there. But
yes, they are.
Yeah, but I looked at the picture of the band, and I guess who was. I have no idea. I don't see Randy Bachman. I don't see.
Was it one song? Was it just These Eyes, or was there another hit?
Guess Who had a bunch of great hits.
Ooh, nice.
American
Still
Woman.
gets me.
It's a great song.
Burton Cummings, a great singer.
Oh yeah,
great singer.
You like this one, right, Chick?
Yeah.
Why don't you give us a little bit?
These eyes.
Well, why don't you not, actually?
Yeah. Well, get Burton Cummings in here.
Everybody's a critic.
Right. What do they have? The original drummer, I guess, is the last stalwart.
Ace told us, what are you, crazy? Rudy Sarzo's in the band.
Original roadie. From Quiet Riot?
Yeah.
But it's okay. Never mind.
Nothing says Quiet Riot like the Guess Who.
Is a 1910 Fruit Gum Company still Every Mother's Son? Is Every Mother's Son?
Every Mother's Son.
That's the second Every Mother's Son reference this week.
All right, now it's a quest. We have to mention it at least every week.
What was their hit?
Yummy, Yummy, Yummies for the 1910 Fruit Gum
No, I think
Company.
that's the Ohio Express.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't keep
Every
up.
Mother's Son, peaches, apples,
we'll find out.
Cobbler pie. What is it?
Oh, apples, peach
pumpkin
pie. You were young and so was I.
Maybe that's not Every Mother's Son.
Apple, peaches, pumpkin. That's a great song.
Maybe that's a Carter.
Okay.
Sorry, I hit something. This is the Leonard Skinner song, Every Mother's Son.
Oh, thank you.
Well, let's sit and enjoy it, shall we?
How do you
stop it? Somebody stop it!
I can't.
1, 2, 3, red light was the 1910 Fruit Gum Company.
I love that song.
1, 2,
I
3,
do too.
red light.
I did
You
too.
stop me. It's classic.
Yeah.
My mom knocked 3 times on the ceiling. She said, "Now that's a song."
Tony Orlando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Candida.
We're coming right back with all of that. We'll try to clarify everything you've just
Crystal
said.
Blue
And the
Persuasion.
giant parrots. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
And Morgan Fairchild will be there too.
Yeah.
That's the ticket.
Jealous?
And I'm the president.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show from the Napa Auto Parts Studios. We have guests in the studio. They would include Andy Kindler. He's right over there. Andy, of course, distinguished comedian. We'll talk about what distinguishes him.
Hey, that means you're old.
Yeah, well, at one point, often referred to as extinguished comedian.
Oh my God.
It hurts, but I like it.
Yeah, it's good.
It has a certain vim and vigor
good.
to it.
You're a guest. It's his show. Yeah, that's a good idea to do.
Did you ever hear vim without vigor?
No, you can't have
You
the
hear vigor.
one without the other.
You never hear, boy, that guy's got a lot of vim.
Do you remember the Pepsi Cola jingle that had vim and vigor in it? Pepsi Cola, it hits the
Boy,
spot.
how did they rhyme that?
Hang on.
Carefully.
It's the drink that's got vim and vigor. Color too. Pepsi is the drink for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
It was really...
Sure, it's a little uncomfortable nowadays,
Yeah,
but still.
about 3/4 of the way through, it gets really panicky.
Do you remember John Havlicek when he would sing about R.C. Kohler?
I don't remember. I remember
Never.
Havlicek, but not for R.C. Cola.
Never had to get thinner like it, cause it's a winner.
Oh.
No, maybe that wasn't R.C. Kohler, though. That was a
Maybe
and
maybe?
then also, it's take a walk. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Hi, guy.
It was Diet Right.
A walk down memory lane. Now, we have, let's see, Mr. Pat Godwin joining us in the Napa Auto Parts Studios. Ace Cosby's our engineer. Josh Arnold's over there. That's Christy. I'm Tom. Welcome back. Chick McGee, of course, across the way.
Your last name is Welcome Back. Oh my God! My comedies. I think I'm having a heart attack from my bad comedy. Oh my God!
Extinguished comedian Andy Kindler.
Must do better jokes.
Where was I? Okay, so where did we last leave this off?
We were talking about tails, robotic tails.
Oh, yeah,
so-
bizarre.
So these
Yeah,
are for
so-
human beings. You can get a tail.
Yeah, if you're just joining us, scientists at the Keio University Graduate School of Media Design are trying to improve balance in humans with a robotic tail. Their device, inspired by the end of a seahorse, created with spring-loaded joints that form connected vertebrae. An air compressor articulates artificial muscles within the tail, allowing it to move in 8 different directions. Swinging the tail changes the wearer's center of gravity, and it can be adjusted based on data that's received from a body tracker. The prototype measures 28 inches long, 4.5 inches wide, and weighs 3.5 pounds. I need to see
So let's say for some reason you when you walk, you list to the left. The tail will adjust to help your balance. And
Yeah, you might want to, I don't know, get a proper shoe and a cane.
Well, maybe this is the futuristic cane.
God.
Is it?
Have you seen this?
How thick are they? Are they like a gator tail, or are they like
it's gigantic.
a monkey's tail?
It's
bigger than the guy's arm.
28 inches long. See, it's
holy cat! It does look like an alligator's tail.
Yeah,
looks like some kind of superhero villain.
Yeah.
Gator tail.
This is all great until you forget about it and sit on the toilet and electrocute yourself.
So yeah, how do dogs and cats sit in the toilet is when I'm. They have tails, right? Cats and dogs?
Yeah,
they do. Yeah.
No, are they saying we should go over de-evolutionizing? Is that what's happening?
It kind of is, yeah.
That I miss being on all fours. I'll tell you that.
Sure.
Oh, the good old
I
days.
hated being a toddler. What, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm down here. Why should I get up?
What's there to see up there?
Is it so great up there? If it is, I'll go. Lift me up.
What's so great about everything up there?
My back hurts from standing on 2 feet. You kidding me?
This looks like something you'd see in some sci-fi porno movie.
It is.
Well, I don't know
bizarre.
about porno movie, but a sci-fi movie for sure.
Christy, did it happen to say what the cost of these are now?
Well,
or?
they're just.
Oh, okay, testing them and whatnot.
Soft Launch was my porn name. Soft Launch.
Soft launch.
Short career, really. Yeah, should have gone with some different.
Soft Launch.
The fluffer's worst nightmare.
That's the title of a movie.
A fluffer's worst nightmare. Yeah.
Here comes Jeremy again.
Here comes old soft launch. Oh boy,
Look at that thing.
Hey Tom, I've been playing a lot of escape rooms.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, they don't start out that way.
There you go.
Nothing more panic than the look of someone trying to get away from my comedy.
That's why you need to go in the ships. They have nowhere to go.
Oh, the ships.
the ships.
I have avoided the ships. I don't.
You haven't even done one?
I haven't even done one because I'm not. One time for this show, I was on a C-130 thing, and I landed like a tail hook on a
man.
And then I was like sick for 5 days. So I don't think I would do well. But they would love my act, I'm sure.
Everybody does.
They love my.
It's just not so. It's not the showbiz aspect of it. It's the flying. I think as a general rule, when you're on the cruise ships, they don't fly you in and land you on the deck.
No, but just the seasickness.
I think the pool would get in the way.
Yes.
Watch out, kids. Mr. Kindler insists on being flown in.
Well, actually, I think some comic has been helicoptered off. I mean,
Yes,
a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Friend of mine.
He broke the rules, right?
He did some Catholic material, some religious stuff. They helicoptered him off. Yeah,
Who
Mike,
was it?
Mike S. He's been in here. I'll say his last name like he's an AA member.
Have you? Who else has played?
Me, 3 years.
Like just 3 years straight?
Straight, yeah. After I got divorced, yeah.
Apparently, the money's great. They're fun. It's not what it used to be.
Kostaki was just saying how much he loved being on the ships.
Right.
I think he was just giving it a nice rosy glow. It's difficult, very difficult.
Yeah, well,
I think he really enjoyed it.
Well, he works for them now, and if you talk bad about them, you don't work for them anymore. So
that's why we're talking.
Did you have a problem?
I did not.
Oh.
I love being on Royal Caribbean.
Thank you. Well done.
Yeah, nothing you said would make me think otherwise.
Christy, we've been trying to get this parrot story out. We haven't.
Yeah, another science story. Scientists are saying a giant.
Scientists are saying.
Thank you. It's about a parrot. You're
Was
right.
that what you were doing? Were you doing a parrot? Oh.
Scientists are saying a giant prehistoric parrot may have had cannibalistic tendencies.
Oh, man.
Well, yeah.
Australian
How do you think it got
paleontologists
3 feet
recently
tall?
discovered 19-million-year-old fossils of the dog-sized bird from New Zealand. According to scientists, the Hercules inexpectus measured more than 3 feet tall. Professor Mike Archer from the University of New South Wales said the bird had a massive parrot beak that could crack open anything it fancied, and it may have well dined on more conventional parrot foods, perhaps even other parrots.
Oh, that's wrong now? Cannibalism is wrong? Oh, I'm bad. Oh, I'm bad because one day my brother fell asleep and I started chewing on his ankle. I'm the
sicko?
now I'm supposed to be. Unbelievable.
Research published in the journal Biology Letters. I'm sure we all get that at home.
Well, wouldn't that be B-I?
We got it.
Those are the letters.
But I mean,
You got it. You got it.
the body of the parrot, 3 feet. So I suppose with the tail, was it 6 feet long and everything?
Potentially.
Did they find the cage?
Takes a lot of newspapers to clean.
We have some audio.
We do?
Polly want a cracker.
I like that.
Bitch, you better give Polly a cracker. I'll tell you what right
Now
now.
you know we can say that.
So he,
And Tom's the bad guy?
Now he's wrong.
Now he's the cursor.
He's wrong for doing that
A
accent.
female dog is a thing and he gets in trouble?
Polly want a parrot? Baby. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. This is our spy music. He's not just a comedian. He's Andy Kindler. He goes from town to town selling jokes, but in reality, he's working for NSA. Who would suspect that the man who talks like this?
Just the facts, ma'am. Look, ma'am, not so much cut down with the chin music.
Mr. Kindler is right here. Let's see where
like
the Napa.
that chin music.
The Napa Auto Parts Studios. Ace Cosby's over there. Pat Godwin is over there. Mr. McGee, Chick McGee.
Hi.
Washington Redskins fan at the Omaha Steaks Sports Desk. Our hotline is the NutriChops the NutriChops hotline, and I mentioned it because we have this very nice giveaway. Would you like to have a year's worth of just wonderful treats for your dog? The safe treat, NutriChops. Well, you could win that. Send us a picture of your dog. The details are posted at bobandtom.com, bobandtom.com/contest. Voting starts Monday, the 3rd of September. So get that
Day I'll
photo in.
always remember.
Get the photo in, please, of your dog. It can be funny. It can be whatever you want. A photograph of your dog. We'd love to see it. Thank you very much. Now, Andy Kindler is indeed our guest. Andy, you do an event annually.
The state of the industry.
The state of the industry in which you alienate yourself from your colleagues.
People, everyone.
By
I make
critiquing
fun
the
of the
world
other
of comics.
comics.
From people.
People who can help you advance your career.
Yeah, why not go that route?
You mock them.
Go right at him, baby.
I don't want. I'll tell you one of the jokes I did, but I don't want to. If it's one of your best friends, then you'll have to stop me. But the joke is that I was very upset when the movie Yesterday came out because I had written a similar film about a struggling ventriloquist who, after a thunderstorm, finds out there's no Jeff Dunham, and he starts doing Jeff Dunham for his family, and they ostracize him as a horrible racist.
hey, you can't do these jokes.
No, come on, Andy.
What's the matter with you?
Terrorist puppet.
Well, Jeff Dunham.
Terrorist puppet.
Wow. So this is why everyone in the industry
Loves you.
Yeah,
Yes.
but Jeff Dunham, I know, is not going to be at the speech because I saw he did like an A&E hour special where he was saying, "Why is everybody calm down?" He's like, "What's wrong with Ahmed, the dead terrorist? That got people over there because his name is Ahmed. You didn't name him Timmy McVeigh, the dead terrorist."
Fair point.
It is a fair point.
Now, when you do the Montreal comedy, what's it called?
It's called the Juste pour Rire, the Just for Laughs Festival.
And did they do am I correct in saying there's a French version of it the week before or after?
Yeah, yes. There's a whole 10 days of French.
And then do you go there and do your speech in French? Do they have do they?
I guess that's
Bien sûr, bien sûr.
Just Chick knows gibberish French. Go ahead.
That's all I know about French.
Isn't that brilliant? You'd swear he was sure
Weird.
French.
Eddie Izzard did his act in French. I don't even like his act in English and German. I don't like his act in English, but I wonder in German if it would kick in for me. But can you believe that he actually? That sounds crazy to me.
Do you know the famous Gallagher story?
No, I want to hear this.
If people don't believe me, you can Google it. Gallagher was actually in here before he did this. He had his act, which I know people mock him. I always thought he was really funny. When he would come out on the giant big wheel and the big balloon, I thought that was pretty clever.
That's funny.
I thought it was funny.
I loved it. When it was.
So at the point, I'm not trying to pick on the guy. I thought it was very funny, but he thought because he had a lot of visual components to his act, he could do it in Spanish. So he quite literally had. Someone did a translation for him, and then he learned it phonetically because he does not speak Spanish. Oh. He was here describing what he was going to do, and then I ended up Googling it and looking up the reviews. It did not go well.
Was this in Cerritos? I think it was out in. Oh, I think I heard it
somewhere in LA. I'll find the review for you, but I mean, you got to hand it to him for trying.
Yeah.
Or do you?
I don't know whose line this is. This is my favorite line, and I don't know whose it is, but the line was Gallagher 2, audience 0. Because he had was it his cousin or
his brother?
His brother.
Yeah.
He sued him or something.
Yeah, he went out as Gallagher too. I don't know. We're hanging with Andy Kindler. We have a couple of stories we haven't gotten to though, Christy. What have we missed here?
Lego releasing an official Friends themed set. The $60 set based on the 1990 sitcom will include figures of the show's cast.
Where is it? Central Perk?
In their iconic apartment, along with other fixtures such as the coffee bar and the stage where Phoebe plays her guitar.
Isn't it called the Central Perk set? Isn't that the deal?
And the apartment, huh?
Yeah.
So you could probably choose
Central
one or two.
Perk
The
set
Friends
would
Central
be
Perk
different
set.
from the
apartments.
Monica and Rachel.
Because the headline is Lego's Friends Central Perk set.
Yeah.
Oh.
The September 1st.
So it's the set of Legos, not set like. Okay, I get it. Sorry to confuse.
The September 1st release coincides with the show's 25th anniversary. The set came into being from the Legos Ideas program, wherein fans can submit ideas to Lego.
That person won't be rehired again. They're not selling the Friends Legos.
Boy, oh boy.
I like a piece of Jennifer Aniston.
What is
the
that?
parrot?
Is this a 3-foot tall parrot that somehow
Shoemaker?
is what's his face from?
Andy, weren't you in the running for Ross and Friends?
It was unbelievable. It was down to me and
David Schwimmer, yeah.
Yeah, me and David Schwimmer, but I never got to audition.
That is unbelievable.
That's this close.
Didn't call me. Yeah.
Not any of them Jews. I think Schwimmer's a Jew.
Yeah,
Sure. Although it's interesting. It says the set's $32, $45 if you want it without Ross.
It is actually the coffee shop. I mean, it looks like the coffee shop.
and
to
I
me.
don't believe that it's $32.
Yeah, it's
that is huge.
89
It features
$320.
Yeah.
I believe.
1,079 pieces.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
God, I build these Lego things all the time with my kids. I just finished one the other day, and they are. Have you ever done this?
I never have.
You have to have a nice clean table, and then because there are all these different bags of parts, and you've got to look around and find them. But you have to go in order, or you'll never get it to put together. And there's always several missing or several extra ones. But it's good because if you've got ADD like me, it makes you focus for
10 minutes?
Minutes at a time. Yeah. See, I just finished one.
When did you finish?
Now I'm trying to. Do they have what era of? Are we getting the chubby or the slender Chandler?
I think
That's
they
a good
all.
question,
I mean,
yeah.
they
Are
all are about the same size.
The cocaine years, or
Well, it was prescription
Opiates, yeah.
pills, but
pills. Oh, sorry, wrong medication. Forgive me.
I'm still working on my White Album puzzle.
I bet.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is the perfect gift for the whitest guy you know. The Friends Lego set. Wow.
Yeah.
Is Gunther in the coffee set?
Is that him right
barista?
there? Is that him?
The albino looking.
Oh yeah,
fellow?
it
Yes,
sure does seem to
he
be.
is. That's him.
Well, now I'm sold.
I wasn't going to get it until I found out that Gunther would, because it would be accurate without Gunther.
Does Jennifer Aniston have little Lego nipples?
Oh my gosh! No, she's wearing a little blue smocky thing. It's not even cute.
Yeah,
Does she have the Rachel hair?
Yeah.
Yes,
The famous
she has the Rachel hair.
cut.
I still love that cut.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm still attracted to Barbara Feldon.
Why wouldn't you be?
Agent 99.
Dude, so hot. Yes,
Very hot.
yes.
Remember her?
Sure. Absolutely.
I even thought
because you could probably talk pretty much like Maxwell Smart without even trying.
Would you believe? Oh, you said that. And loving it. I love that. That was Buck Henry, right?
Writer,
yeah.
Creator.
Yep.
And they had the shoe phone.
Oh.
And they didn't have the bubble. What was it
The
called?
cone of silence.
Cone of
Cone of
silence.
silence. They lowered down.
Oh, yes.
Those were wonderful.
Had great theme music.
Got stuck every now and then.
I agree.
Da, 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 da. Wait a minute.
Maxwell.
That was The Odd Couple. Yeah.
Sorry.
The Odd Couple,
shut
I think,
up.
was a great show, TV show. Even more, I liked it better than the movie, and the play, the one with Tony Randall and Jack Klugman. And we'll be back with more old white people remembering things. Do you remember the show? Please don't eat the daisies.
It's kind of our show, Andy.
Patricia Crowley.
Petticoat Junction was a good show.
Talking Hazel.
Uncle Joe's moving kind of slow.
At the junction.
Hazel, man.
Hazel, we're
Hazel
talking
was
Hazel.
great. Mr. B. Hey, Mr. B.
Hey, Mr. B.
This Petticoat
Shirley
Junction was when I was just old enough to know that, wow, this show stinks.
No, but I was not, because I saw those women were beautiful. They took their clothes off and
nothing ever happened. And
Mad Magazine ran a parody of TV Guide one time, and they put descriptions of the shows in, and they put Petticoat Junction. They joined the daughters, Bobby Joe, Betty Joe, Mary Joe, or something, and Tojo. Tojo was the fourth daughter. I still laugh.
Name that tune.
Okay.
Here we go.
Maddox.
The Get Smart thing.
I don't know.
Or is it The Odd Couple?
Get Smart.
Remember the elevator opens and he's walking downstairs? Great sight gag. You didn't care for that sight
Didn't care
gag?
for it.
No, you know what? You didn't get it. That's the only explanation.
Let me tell you something. I didn't get it until just now when you explained
Yeah, the elevator opened.
Was that a Mel Brooks?
Yeah, he wrote
was
for
involved,
it.
yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah. But I'm sorry. Back to you, Christy. What else you got?
The Beatles fans marked the 50th anniversary yesterday of the iconic photo of Abbey Road. Did you
I'll
see
never
this?
forget it.
Thousands of people crowded the crosswalk in the St. John's Wood neighborhood of London
It's always
to take their own photos.
How would you like to have a beautiful little home there?
Yeah. When photographer Ian McClellan took the photo in 1969, a police officer stopped traffic. Members crossed back and forth, of course, the band 3 times. Only 6 photos were taken. But this time around, yesterday, crowds made it nearly impossible for traffic to get by.
No.
The Beatles, by the way, released a 50th anniversary edition of Abbey Road on September 27th.
I didn't know this till I saw it. That was the biggest selling Beatles album.
Huh.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Here's a question. You may not know the answer. Did they close the road, or did they just go, hey, walk across and we're going to get
They
a shot?
did close it off.
I just
barely.
said that.
Okay.
They said the police officer stopped traffic while the band members walked across just 3 times.
Oh, I'm sorry, Christy. I heard they walked across 3 times. I didn't hear them.
But
And Paul McCartney passed away, right?
Right.
That's
Because
right.
That's
Is he
exactly right.
barefoot or is he not barefoot?
Barefoot, like a corpse.
So what else?
Exactly.
What else do you need to know?
So what else?
And they didn't land on the moon. You
Wednesday
guys go
morning
talk
at 3
about this.
a.m.
Wait a minute. Are
remember?
people buried with no shoes on?
Sure.
Of course.
I buried Paul.
What? You're not wearing shoes in a coffin?
No.
You don't have to
You don't
be.
need shoes in heaven.
It depends. It
You're
depends.
walking on clouds. Why would you need shoes?
Yes, you are. You
I
know.
insist on being buried in shoes.
You have to see
Do you
the
have a
old-
favorite pair?
Yeah, my
Your Adidas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every year, my wife and I go to Dallas, and I stand in the school depository, and
Right.
she drives around in the car.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thank
You have to
you.
rent a convertible, of course.
Yeah, of course.
She eats the fried chicken.
You
I
ever
call her-
use a bullhorn?
I call her Jackie.
Make an outfit
Man, the
for a
fried
bullhorn?
fried chicken is an obscure
Carries in the
fact.
carries in the curtain rod. Oh, I know.
The
I've read
Kennedy
about it.
assassination is finally funny to me. It just
really.
happened this second.
Yeah.
I couldn't deal with it my whole life. Now I'm over it.
Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah.
Oh God, no, I'm sorry, Christy Lee. Once again,
Did we do it today in history?
You know, let me do it. I got it over here.
Yeah, because I was going to say, we don't.
Today in history.
Oh, it's National Book Lovers Day for those of us
Oh,
who
that
love
you and I for sure.
Yeah, Josh and I love
Andy, are you a
books.
reader?
I have ADHD like Tom does, so it's harder for me. I read
right to left.
Yeah, with the Hebrew. I grew up with the Hebrew.
Right.
So
I grew up with the
with the
Hebrew.
Hebrew. Actually, the thing.
Bottom to the
Hebrew.
top.
Yeah. So no, I mean, I can read. I'm an English literature major.
But so maybe you never read.
Yeah. but that's hard. Sometimes.
Okay, in history today, birthday, Sam Elliott.
Oh, that's one of Christy's favorites.
I love him.
You'd kiss him on the mouth, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes.
Great mustache.
Full tongue.
Do you let him go south of the equator? If you know what I mean?
Oh my God, what's happening?
No, I would never
What's
do
for
that.
dinner?
You want to be his dinner?
Oh,
Christy's what's for dinner?
Beef.
Christy.
What for dinner?
What's for dinner?
Jeez. Roadhouse, great movie.
Okay, 1957, Melanie Griffith.
Okay.
One of the best, and I apologize, ladies. I don't mean to be misogynistic here. One of the best flashings in any movie is in Nobody's Fool. It's out of nowhere, and she just wants to give Paul Newman a little delight, and she shows, she lifts up her sweater, and it is as good a boob shot in Hollywood as there's ever been.
Look how serious he is about
He is serious.
I was an usher at a movie theater when that came out, and we used to always sneak into the back and watch that scene.
You had it down to the minute. You knew exactly when it was coming.
I was working in a video store when Purple Rain came out. We literally watched it 20 hours a day. We just, that's not Lake Minnetonka. We just love that movie. Oh my God, I love that movie.
Birthdays, 1959, Michael Kors, of course, the creator of Coors Light.
What?
Didn't
No,
Nixon
it's not.
resign today?
Oh, the designer, right?
Who was he?
Michael Kors is a designer.
K-O-R-S, right?
Yes.
Yes, very good, very nice.
I thought he
very
was
much.
the beer.
Coors.
Oh, Kors, K-O-R-S, not
Coors
C-O-O-R.
Light. It's what's for dinner.
Hoda Kotb.
Yeah.
She's
Hoda and Kathy Lee.
Somebody in this room has a gigantic Hoda Kotb crush.
Who would that
No,
be?
I'm off bet now.
You're off Hoda?
When you adopt a child and you take 3 months pregnancy leave, come on.
Well, she has to take care of the child.
Still a
been
baby.
working hard, you
Yeah.
unfeeling
Is she-
jerk.
is she still- Oh, Ace.
He was so against it.
God.
Is Hoda still on that show with
Yes,
somebody
Kathy
else,
Lee's
right?
She doesn't leave right now for she adopted a second child.
That's good because she's got to take. No, what am I arguing with?
Don't argue with him.
Like arguing with a dog.
On this date, Rudolph Diesel patented anyone?
The diesel machine.
Yeah. You check and see if nylon's diesel fitter. No,
It's not Vin's grandfather.
That was Sam Nylon. Remember him?
Stan Mylon of the diesel
The
fitters.
internal combustion engine.
Yeah.
Rudolph Diesel sounds like
You know there was a
Bad ballerina.
or the upgrade to one of Santa's reindeer. We got the Rudolph Diesel issue. We'll plow through the snow now.
Wasn't there an Irving Wankel or something?
The Wankel engine was made
yeah.
a rotary engine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to bother you.
I still have a rotary phone. I'm the bad guy.
I'm the Luddite.
You used to dial nervous to get the time. Nervous.
This is the Bob and Tom Show, coming to you live from the Napa Auto Parts Studios. Mr. Andy Kindler once again is our guest.
Well, thank you.
Love this music from Duke Tomato. Now, Andy is also a fine guitarist, which he does not incorporate into his act, which we'll find out about momentarily. There's Josh, there's Chick, there's Ace. Let's see, that's Pat Godwin right behind me. Christy Lee, once again, at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk. And Chick McGee, of course, at the Omaha Steaks Sports Desk. Now, Andy, your wife is a photographer, right?
She is a photographer. And not only a photographer, she shot on a thing that they used to have called film.
Oh, wow.
Shot on film. Now everybody today thinks they're a photographer. I used to do this joke about her because I said I couldn't take it, and she would like do these shoots. I said I could not have your job because I couldn't wait 24 hours to see if I bombed. Because she used to take, like in those days, you take a Polaroid so you see how the lighting was and all that kind of thing. So
It's a new world.
It is a new world. Mm-hmm. I have a camera on my phone. I wish I could get a calculator onto something. It's the only thing that I buy separately. Yeah. Maybe one day. Have
you seen the thing where it's an ad from Radio Shack and whatever 1978 and every
in the ad? There's like 100 things on the ad,
and everything there is now on a phone.
It's all right in your hand now.
Oh, that's
video recorder.
That is the new world.
Music player.
Now, Christy Lee, what else have you got?
Refrigerator. Oh, sorry.
A man in Alaska discovered a Soviet-era message in a bottle. Tyler Ivanoff discovered the letter dated June 20th, 1969, north of the Bering Strait.
I love these.
You do love these.
I know you do. Yeah. Ivanoff posted a photo of the letter on Facebook asking if any of his friends could help translate the message.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. He's
the letter.
Tom's the only one who cares.
It's in Russian. It's 50 years old. I think it's super interesting.
Apparently sent by the crew of the Sulak, offers a heartfelt heartfelt hello to the finder of their message. It says in closing, we wish you good health, many years of life, and happy sailing.
So boring. Just a boring message.
It's 50 years old, and it says Hillary Clinton is a crook. How did they know that?
Wow, even then.
How did they get the message in the bottle? That's the thing I never can figure out. How do they get it
Well, they
in
have
there?
the message, and then they build the bottle around it.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, that's right.
SOS to the world. I'll send an SOS to the world. I hope that someone gets mine.
Yes.
I hope that someone gets
The payoff is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it?
Message in a bottle.
Yeah. Sounded, this is why you play guitar.
Message avec the bottle.
Probably
Don't
the
insult our guest.
Probably the only. It's not insulting. It's,
He's making fun of my voice. Everyone does.
probably the most acceptable form of littering.
Message in a bottle?
Yes.
I disagree. I don't think any littering is acceptable.
Oh,
really?
I didn't know you were so upset about it.
That's right.
So if you're trapped on an island, and in blood you write "save me" and give the coordinates.
Well, blood's a natural thing.
Yeah, but the bottle. Where are you going to get a bottle?
If you're at an island, they wash up all the time.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, that's because everybody's littering.
They're made out of plastic straws, the old messages in the bottle. I'm not giving up my silly straw. I'll tell you. Wait, was that
No
called?
way. Yeah, the silly straw.
Yeah, that was so good.
What a great.
It took an hour for my drink to get to my mouth.
Have you ever seen the silly straw that's also a pair of glasses?
Oh, yes.
It runs
Yeah,
around
it runs
your
all
eyes.
over your eyes. Oh, man.
It's comedy.
Andy, I'll send you some.
I got one word for you: plastic. He was right.
Time now for things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show, brought to you by Grainger. Delivering the products that keep your facility running is what Grainger does best. They've been doing it for 90 years since that message went into that bottle. Visit Grainger.com for whatever you need, whenever you need it. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Well, got a lot going on. It was announced that Josh going to trampoline jumping this weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be
St.
fun.
Louis.
Maybe I'll get some video if you're lucky.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Be all over your Instagram looking.
This is true. There is a product. It is Chernobyl vodka.
Yep.
Apparently distilled from the waters near Chernobyl. I'm not sure why. It's not radioactive, but I would still be very
Here's
careful.
the thing I'll give them for free. If they want to sell a lot of vodka, make the label glow in the dark.
Oh.
This is going to be the best drink since the 3 Mile Long Island iced tea.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that didn't go anywhere either.
Now, Andy, you weren't here when Marlon Brando stopped by to sing.
Oh, no, I missed Marlon Brando.
Jude, can we get a little bit of?
No, how about he does a little bit of,
Yeah.
Oh.
The last avocado. I ate the last avocado.
Amazing.
Last avocado. Okay, there you go.
I used to love Chris Elliott when he would do the Marlon Brando. He would call Paul Schaefer Ringo. Come on, Ringo.
Let's see. Once again, another OBGYN saying, ladies, please do not steam your private areas. Not necessary, dangerous. Josh told an excellent joke. Why did the sperm cross the road? It's because Josh wore the wrong socks. He said.
Yeah. And we've had a windbag chime in. So remember, Josh uses a T-shirt.
Yes, of course.
I know, but it doesn't.
Plenty of detail.
Plenty of detail.
Well, it could be why the sperm comes around. I wore the wrong T-shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
We were talking
plug
about,
it right in there.
We were talking about evolution. Andy Kindler says he misses being on all fours. Thank you very much. That's very, very nice. And let's see.
toys are down here.
And you don't need shoes in heaven, apparently.
No.
No, you're walking on clouds.
Good to know. I had no idea. Thank you very much. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob